Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this episode, we're going to be pulling the block apart. Stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you haven't yet, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the post notification bell to stay up to date with this build. That being said, let's get into it. Alright boys, we have some parts that have come in. They are the head gaskets and timing covers. That came in pretty quick. Pretty happy with that. But yeah, let's start pulling this down. I'm not going to do it right now because the missus isn't here and I've got to look after the kids and I don't want to get all stinky and yuck. So I'll wait until she gets home and I'll come out and start pulling this apart. So yeah, bit of work to do, but I don't mind. So I've got to get another belt. I forgot to order a belt. Lots of things really. I'll look into bearings. I'll replace the bearings anyway. Pulling it all the way down, so why not? Right guys, I'm back, so let's get started. But first up, I want to open up this and just check out the new covers. Alright guys. Yeah, head gaskets. Subaru. Two of them. I was going to buy 4 of them. Give them away. Oh my gosh. Never seen one so clean and all together. What? Am I missing one? I think I am actually. So yeah, I didn't get left hand side at all. Just looking at my account and they mustn't have it. I must have missed out. Yeah, it says quantity supplied 0. Then at the bottom it says refunded for the price. But yeah, that sucks. I'll have to find somewhere else that's got both left hand side covers. Ah well, glad I looked at that. I didn't even realise that. Anyway, let's start pulling this apart. We'll get the water pipes off, crossover. Yep, just everything on the front here. Have to get the flex plate off the back, or drive plate, whatever you want to call it. So we can get 2 little ports on there to get the pistons out. I would like to start to get the pistons out tonight, although I don't think I've got anything that will go all the way through and push the wrist pins out the opposite side. I know I had something at my parents' place, which actually I'm going to be there tomorrow, so to pick up the boys, so I'll see if I can find it. There's just a very thin rod that I could push it all the way through. Anyway, enough chat, let's go. Alright, got the water pipes off. Just listening to some Seven Dust. Monkey Mike would appreciate that. We're going to get this oil feed off. So we don't want to get the actual fitting off, just the 90, because stuff the threads. So it's JB welded in, so that's going to stay in there. But, yeah, the oil pressure sensor, the knock sensor to get off, the crank positioning sensor. Well, I stuffed up there. That came out, so I went to loosen it and it just broke the JB weld off. Good thing about that now is the block will be apart, so I can either re-tap it and just put another bolt back in, and use this one here. I had the old oil temp there, which I don't use because it didn't work, so we can make that an oil feed. So yeah, should be okay. Just have to probably get a new fitting to whatever this is. I'll work it out to the other end. Use a 4AN. Alright, we'll get everything off the front here now. Alright, got the water pump off, and I've got the flex plate off. So pretty much what I'm going to do here is take the oil pump off, because it sits a little bit lower, and I'll get the oil sandwich plate off too, and then we'll get it onto the bench. Alright, so I got the oil pressure switch, or not switch, sensor off. I was looking for a socket to get over this, but I'll just use my shifter and put it on, and just went whoop, it was loose. Maybe that's why it was leaking so much. Great. Good work, Len. Woo! Alright boys, the block is now on the bench. So we're going to get the studs out. Should have done that before. They should be easy enough. Should be. Well, I'm having a real problem getting the studs out. I've got like one on each side that are loose, or able to be undone. So I'm going to come back to that later. We can continue to pull everything else apart anyway with them still in there. So we'll get this plate off here and this one here, so get to the plugs to get to the pistons, and we'll get this one out and that one back there. Well, that plate, these two plates were really hard to get off. Had to get the impact and a Phillips head on there, and they got it off. But anyway, yeah, look at the schmutz in there from the block breather. That's pretty bad. Oh, that's really gritty. Ugh. Bit of silicone from sealing it last time oozed into the inside. Still got a little bit of oil in there, but yeah, I've got all four off now, so we can start pulling the keeper clips off and get the wrist pins out and get the pistons out. Alright, so this is obviously the first time I've pulled the engine apart with the Manley rods and pistons in there already. Because the Manley rods are thicker, finding it very hard to line it up for me to be able to get through there and to push the wrist pin out over the other side. Is there a different way to do it? So that's the only way that I know. Hope so. I just made a tool. Boop, got it out. So yeah, just a bit of fuel hose on a file, goes in, wedges in the wrist pin, Is this hard with one hand? And doesn't want to come out. Yep, definitely needed 2 hands for that. Sweet. Right boys, got all 4 pistons out. I haven't really looked at them yet. It's getting late. 10:15. I got to work tomorrow, so might call it a night for me. So yeah, it's not looking too bad. On the skirts, on most of them, we do have some rubbing, but probably a bit of piston slap. But we can still see some cross hatches there. Looking pretty clean in there, except for this top section. So when I looked at piston 3, the compression ring, it was up the top, so there was no way that oil was coming past it while it was sitting there. Yeah. So tomorrow I might grab a box or something from work and I'll organise all this so I have more bench space, so we can actually have a clean environment to do the engine build. So tomorrow I'll crack the case apart and pull everything apart, and we'll have a look at the bearings as well as we'll have a look at the rings on the pistons. Pistons themselves look okay. Haven't had a really good look, but yeah, it'll be in this episode. Alright guys, it's the next day and things didn't go as planned. It's not that bad. I just fell asleep while putting my son to bed, so we lost the night. It's about midnight now. So unfortunately, we're not going to be cracking the case and pulling it all apart. However, I did find my filler gauges. I was still at my parents' place. Got a box to organise stuff from work. So next episode, we'll crack the case, get it all apart. We'll check the piston ring gap, and yeah, we'll go from there and putting it back together and giving it a good clean and everything. But yeah, unfortunately not this episode because it's nearly midnight and I need to edit this, upload it in 5 hours. So yeah, sorry about that guys, but if you enjoyed this episode, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Thanks for watching guys, and I'm really tired, and I'll catch you next episode. Bye.